This conference will now be recorded.
Right. A warm welcome to Online IT Vidhya, guys. So this is Swapna. I have around 10 plus years of experience in the software testing, and presently I'm working as a quality manager. Right. So this is about me. Now, guys, I just want to say, please just keep mute at your end, and if you have any doubts, you can just ping me in the chat box. Okay. Don't please unmute at your end, guys. Right? It will get disturbance to others. If you want anything to ask, you just ask, and you can just unmute. Just sorry, you can just ping me in the chat box. I'll give you a response as soon as possible. Right. So let me begin here. Right. So guys, so we are discussing about testing here. Okay, we are discussing about testing. Right. So let me start with what is a software. Let me start with that. What is a software? What is a software? I think you might have heard the same definition from what to say, same definition you might have heard from your colleges, right? From maybe from your colleges or from your school or whatever it is, might be from your other courses and all. What is software, right? Nowadays, a software is very important, guys. Imagine yourself with any software application, without any software application. Example, imagine yourself without a Google. Yes, imagine yourself without a Google. If you want to know any information, first of all, what you'll do, you open a software, Google software, and you just find out the information, right? Like that, it has been happened. We guys all have been get habituated to the softwares nowadays. Okay, all guys, entire thing, entire world, software is ruling the world, I can say. Okay, what is software, right? Nowadays, it is playing a very important role. Without software, there is no business, there is no implementations, there is nothing is going on in the world now, right? It is ruling the world. What is software? It's nothing but it is ruling the world nowadays. What's how much impact it is showing on humans, right? Without software, you can imagine yourself also, right? So something a set of executable programs is called as what? Is called as in software, guys. Okay, I think the definition is something similar that you might have studied from your colleges or school. I'll tell you, right? A set of, what is software, guys? A set of executable programs, right? A set of executable programs in an application. Okay, once again, I repeat, a set of executable programs in an application is nothing but it is a software, guys. Right? Example, I can say Google. Google is one of the software. Example, I can say whatever we are using regularly, WhatsApp. Right? Am I correct? Is that it's not a software? Yes, it's also one of the software. See, WhatsApp. Everything is making life easy now. FB, or else if you go Amazon or Flipkart, those are all what? Those are all one software applications. Those are all what? Those are all softwares. So simple thing. Imagine yourself with a Google, right? Is that possible? I think at least once in a day you might have using the Google. What is this? What is this? What to do? What to do? What is that? Right? So that is what? That is what? It is ruling the world now. It has become very important. So without a software, nothing is there. There is no businesses happening nowadays. There's no businesses happening without a software nowadays. So what is software as per the definition? A set of executable programs in an application. Okay, executable programs in an application means what? To develop this software, we need some programs to write, right? So those are all programs together are called as what? A software. Combinedly together or what? A software means a set of. See Google, you're searching something. That means background there is some script, some code is written for searching, right? Some code has been already written for searching. Means a set of program has been written there. That is what? A set of executable programs in an application is what? It is nothing but a software, guys. The simple definition here, the way definition what you call might have learned from your beginning days. That is a set of executable programs in an application is called as what? Software. So coming to the second point. Okay, we are done and we are clear with the software here. Then what is testing? Yes. Then question comes here, what is testing? So we are doing testing here, right? Then what is testing? Testing is nothing but comparison, an activity of comparing. See the definition I'm giving here, sir, guys. I'll give you example also. Listen. An activity of comparing. Okay, concentrate guys, concentrate here. An activity of comparing, right? Expected value, okay, to the actual value, guys. Listen here. An activity of comparing expected value to the actual value. What is testing? We are testing something. What we are testing? We are testing the expected value to the actual value. I think the question comes into your mind. What is this expected and what is this actual? Right? I'll make you clear it. See, I'll make you clear it off here. The simple definition. What is expected here is nothing but, guys, expected value. Then what is this expected here? Consider here, guys. What is this expected here? Before development, okay, before development, client requirement, okay, client requirement, whatever the requirements of a clients are there, that is called as what? Expected value. That is called as what? Expected value, guys. And what is actual value? Okay, what is actual value? What is this actual value, guys? Okay, what is the actual value after development, right? After development, okay, the developed application developed by whom? Application developed by the developers or the programmers, whoever it is. Okay, application is developed by the developers or the programmers is called as what? Actual value, guys. Simple thing. What is testing here? An activity of comparing expected value to the actual value. What we do testing? What we do testing here? We will test the expected value to the actual value, guys. What is this expected value, guys? Before development has been not done. Okay, before development, client requirements is called as what? Expected value. Okay, before development, client requirement is called as what? Expected value. Okay, what is this actual value here? After development, application developed by the developers. Okay, after development, application. Not sure. Balu, can you please mute at your end? Balu, I think it's Balu. Just please mute at your end, Balu. Okay, application developed by the developers. See, simple thing. I'll give you an example, guys. For example, you have gone to a showroom to buy a car. Listen, concentrate here. This example makes you clear. You have gone to a showroom to buy a car. Then what is your expected? So you'll just have a trial drive, correct? What to do for that? Or what you do? You just take a key from that particular person, and what you do here, you'll just give a key to the car. Okay, you'll just give a key to the car. What is your expectation? What is your expectation? Whenever you give a key to the car should start, right? What's your expectation, guys? Whenever you give a key to the car should start. If it starts, well and good. Your expected value and what is happening, actual value, both are same. Then you will buy a car happily. You'll have a trial drive and you'll buy a car happily and you'll go home. If it doesn't start, what you're expecting? The car should start whenever you give a key, right? If it doesn't start, what happened? There is some defect. Concentrate here. There is some defect in the car and car has been not started whenever you have given a key. That means what? The actual values, car is not starting. Okay, expected values, the car should start. That means what? Both are not equal here. That means what? There is some defect in the car. So do you buy that car, guys? Tell me. Do you buy that car if there is a defect in the car? Give me the answers. Will you buy that car? Guys,
No.
no, obviously no, you will not buy a car. Ping me the answer in the chat box, guys. Will you buy that car, guys? Obviously no, you will not. Why you will buy? Car is not starting. For a trial version also it is not starting. Will you buy that car? Obviously no, you will throw a keys to that car, that boy, and you'll give him saying that this car is not at all starting here. How can I take this one? Then you will give the key and you will go back from there. In the same way, client will give us some requirement. Client will have some expectation. He will give some requirement. And based on that requirement, the developers will develop the application. They will code and they will prepare the application. And that application we have to test. Okay, that application we have to test. So whatever the client given requirements are, right, what is the expectation here? Car should start. That is nothing but the client requirement. That what is the actual? It may start, it may not start. That means after development, whatever the application developed by the developers, So based on this requirement, we have to compare here, right? Based on the client requirement, what are the developed application developed by the developers, we have to check that one, right? So based on the requirements, what the developers will do, they will develop the application. Then what is our job? We have to check whether as per the client requirement developers has done correctly or not, right? Whether the as per the client requirement developers has done correctly or not. That is what testing is. Clear guys? That is what testing is. An activity of comparing expected value to the actual value. Okay. What is compare expected value guys here? Whatever the client requirement, the client will give us few requirement guys. Right? Based on the requirement, whether the developers developed correctly or not. That is what our job is. Okay. That is what our job is. So this is for testing and this is for software. Now question comes, right? So listen here guys. Question comes, what is software testing? First one is, what is software guys? Once again I repeat, a set of executable programs in an application is called as what? Software. Then what is testing guys? An activity of comparing expected value to the actual value. Okay, an activity of comparing expected value to the actual value is called as what? It is nothing but testing guys. Then that what is expecting guys, before development the requirements of a client is called as what? Expected value. And after development the application developed by the developers is called as what? Actual value here. Okay, is called as what? Actual value here. Now coming to the third point here, it is, so both we have done. Then what is software testing? Okay, so we have done what is testing and we have done what is software. Then combinedly no question comes, what is software testing? Okay, what is software testing? So let me, before I go to the definition, I'll give you one small I'll show you one small diagram just you can understand clearly here. See, I'm very bad in diagram drawings, just see, listen. So assume that, okay, here we go, he is a client, right? Here we go, he is a client. This diagram is very important guys. If you understand this process, you will understand completely what is happening in every company and what is the process here. Okay, simple thing. Here he is a, assume that he is a client guys. Okay, and assume that this person is a developer. Let me assume that this person is a developer here. Okay, and this is the application developed. Okay, this is the application developed. He developed with some coding and all. Okay, he developed with some coding and here he has given some logo like this logo of a company. This is the application developed. And here we go, here we are the testers. Okay, here we go, here we are nothing but here we are as the testers guys. Simple thing. Okay, who is this guy here? Assume that he is a client, right? I'm writing points here, right? See, assume that he's a client. Okay, and now assume that this person is a developer, right? And this is what, this is our application developed guys. Okay, this is our application developed and here we are the testers, right? What is our job here? We have to compare both, right? See, here we are the testers guys. So first what happened, see the process here. First what happened, first client will give requirements to the developers guys. Okay, simple thing. First what will happen, client will give requirements to the developers. What he will give, he will give requirements. Consider it here guys, he will give requirements to the developers. So based on this requirement, what the client will do, he will develop this application. Okay, what this person will do guys, he will develop this application. So what is this requirements? These requirements are called as what? Expected value of a client. Okay, this requirement is nothing but what? Expected value. And what is this here? Here based on the requirement he developed what? This is the actual value, right? So this client will give a requirements to the developer guys. So based on the requirements, what the developers will do, developers will develop this application. Okay, based on what? Based on this requirement. Okay, based on this requirement the developers will develop this application. So this application is called as what? This is the actual value and the requirements are called as what here? Expected value guys. Okay, and the requirements are called as what? Expected value. Now concentrate, see here. Up to here it is clear. Now the development is completed. Okay, before, after completion of development, before giving it to the customer. Actually what happens, development is done, then we have to give it to the customer, right? But before giving it to the customer, we need to test. Now our job starts. Okay, before giving it to the customer, what we have to do, we have to check the application. That means we need to check the application. Then what is our job, what we have to do here? We have to check what and what? We have to check the requirements are matching with the application or not. Means as per the requirements, the application is developed or not. Okay, as per the requirements, the application is developed or not, we have to check. What we are doing here, we have to compare this expected value to the actual value here. Okay, we have to compare this expected value to the actual value here. Now see, if they both are equal, okay, everything is going smoothly, expected value and actual value, everything is fine and no error, you have found no error, then what you have to do, guys, then you have to deliver it to the client. Okay, then what you have to do, guys, you have to deliver it to the client. When you have to deliver it to the client, guys, only when, see the condition here, when expected value is equal to the actual value. Okay, when expected value is equal to the actual value and no defect is found, right? And no defect is found, right? No defect is found means what? They both are equal, expected and actual value is equal, no defect is found, then we can give it to the client. And question comes, if we found any defect. Okay, if we found any defect, if expected value is not equal to the actual value, then what is the process here? Then we have to revert it back to the developers. Okay, what is the process here? When expected value, okay, when expected value not equal to the actual value here, that means what? We found what here? Defect is found. We found what here? Defect is found here. Then what we have to do? We have to give it back to the developers, guys. What we have to do, guys, we have to give it back to the developers. Concentrate here, guys, concentrate here. Once again I repeat the process. If you understand this diagram, guys, completely what is happening in the software, you will understand the complete process, guys. Concentrate here. See, first of all, what happens? Client will give requirements to the developers, guys. Okay, so based on this requirement, the developers will develop this application. Okay, the developers will develop this application, and this application, before giving it to the client, we have to test. Being a tester, our job is to test the application. Okay, so what we are doing, we are testing the application on what basis? Based on this requirement, whether they have developed correctly or not. Okay, so if they are developed correctly, everything is going smoothly, everything is going smoothly, if they are developed correctly, then we can deliver it to the client, that is no defect is found. If they have not developed correctly, most probably I can say 200% I am sure, guys, in first attempt there is no, up to now there is no application without any issues. At least you will find minimum 5 to, if it is a small project also, minimum you will find 5 to 6 defects in that very small project also. That is what happens. So all the time what happens, only after going on some rounds, some 10 to 20 rounds, only expected value is equal to the actual value will come. Until that it will not come, guys, it will take more time. Means if it's a big project, there it will be 30-40 rounds will be there. Okay, see the process, I'll explain you, don't confuse now. So see here, if expected value not equal to the actual value, if they both are not equal, then what we have to do? Being a tester, revert it back to the developer saying that there is a defect is found, you have not developed as per the requirement. Okay, saying that there is a defect is found, you have not developed as per the requirement. Again the developers, what they will do, they will check these defects and they will fix this defect. Again they will give an application back to the testers. Again testers will start testing the application. Again if they found any errors, again they will revert it back to the developers. Okay, again the developers will fix the issues, again the application will be given to the testers. Again if they found any error, again they will revert it back to the developers, again they will fix the issues. Means this cycle will goes on continue, this cycle will goes on continue up to at what time? Up to expected value is equal to actual value, until no defect is found. If no defect is found after so many rounds, after 5 to 6 rounds, if no defect is found, then testers will say, okay, now I'm not finding any defect, we can deliver it to the client. Then he has given a sign off, then we can deliver the application successfully to the client here. okay, successfully to the client. If again he's going on finding the defects, we have to going on repeat the process. We have to going on deliver it to the or revert it back to the developers, guys. Okay, we have to going on deliver it back or revert it back to the developers. See what is the process? See here. I'll ask you a simple question, guys. See, here is the logo of a company, right? And the client has given that logo should be in white color. Okay, logo should be in white color. But what our smart developers have done, they have not seen this requirement or they negligently what they have developed the logo in black color. Now, do you tell me, guys? I want answer from you. Is that the expected value is equal to actual value? Is there a defect or not? I want answer from you all, guys. Is expected value is equal to actual value? Is there a defect? Yes, yes, Ram Kumar. Yes, only few people are answering. Yes, oh, yeah, yes, now everybody is answering. Good, good, good,
Yes,
good,
yes.
Harshit. Yes, Geetika, good. Yes, Harshit, Rima, Sri. Yes, good. Yes, yes, Neha. Yes, Guminder Singh. Yes, exactly. Everybody's saying. Yes, Sanju. Somebody's name is PG. I'm not sure. He's also correct. Yes, Sai Krishna. Yes, absolutely correct. Good response. Good response from you always. Thank you. Thank you. So listen, so that is what if the logo is in white color as per the requirement and the smart developers are developed with the black color, what does it mean? Immediately the testers will do, Arey yaar, you see this one, this logo is in white color and why you have developed in black color? Completely this is a defect, I'm throwing it back to you. So we can say and we can throw it back to the developers saying that there is a defect here. Yes, there is a defect here. So this is what happens, guys. That means what? See the process here. From client to the developers, right? See the process here. From it is from client to the developers, right? Again from developers to the testers, again from testers to the client. So this process is happening here like this. That means what? It is a process of executing an application to find out the defects. It is a process of executing an application to find out the defect. What is software testing, guys? A process of executing an application to find out the defects is called as what? It is nothing but it is a software testing. Clear, guys? It is nothing but it is a software testing. So, see, if you understand this diagram, guys, see, whatever may be the company, if it is a big company or a small company or a small project or a big project, whatever maybe it is, the process will be the same process here. What did I explain in this diagram? If you understand this diagram clearly, guys, you will understand thoroughly what testing is. Okay? In every company, the process will be the same, guys. Are you clear with the diagram? Are you clear with the diagram, guys? So what is software testing, guys? It is nothing but a process of executing an application to find out the defect, right? It is nothing but it is a process of right, executing an application, right? Application to find out the defects. Clear, guys? What is software testing? See the diagram. Here it is a process of executing an application to find out the defects is called as what? Software testing. Once again, I repeat, guys, what is software here? A set of executable programs in an application is called as what? It is a software. Then what is testing, guys? An activity of comparing expected value to the actual value is called as what? Testing. And what is software testing, guys? It is a process of executing an application to find out the defects. Okay, to find out the defects is called as what here? It is nothing but software testing. Okay, it is nothing but a software testing. Right. So all the time I'm saying defect, defect, defect. What is this defect, guys? What is the definition? What we give the definition to the defect? It is nothing but simple. When expected value not equal to the actual value is called as what? Right? When expected value not equal to the actual value is called as what? It is nothing. It is nothing but it is a defect. Or in another elaborate way, you can give one more point. It is nothing but deviation from the requirement. Am I correct? Deviation from the requirement or deviation in the requirement. Right? Deviation in the requirement is called as what? It is nothing but it is a defect. So, finding out the defects. All the time we are saying defect. If somebody asks you what exactly the defect is, okay, then how you are going to give a definition when expected value not equal to the actual value? We call it as a defect, or else we have one more definition here, deviation from the requirement, right? Deviation from the requirement. That means what actually the requirement is needed, that is not happening. It is deviating from there. That means we are finding out some defects, right? We are finding out some defect here. That is called the defect is. Okay. So before I go further, I just want to say about history of software testing, guys. History of, okay, history of software testing. That means what, why software testing has come into picture, when it has been coming to picture, what is happening, what happened actually, right? I hope you understand that. Up to now, is that clear, guys? Up to now, is that clear? Every part, every definition, guys? Yes. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. First, yes. Now let me start about the history of, before I next go further, let me start with the history, guys. See, before 2001, what happened? Yes. Now see, before 2001, guys, okay, before 2001, there is no word of testing. No testing. Testing is there, but there is no word of testing team. There is no word of test lead. There is no word of quality manager. Nobody is there. Completely, there is no testing is there at that time. Okay, the developers, they use it to develop the application and they use it to test their own application. Okay, they used to develop the application and they used it to test their own application. There is no word of testing there before 2001. But at that time, right, as there is no testing, then what happened? As developers, the person who has developed, they started testing. Means they have not done the testing up to the mark. Okay, they have not done testing up to the mark. So that means what, before 2001, as there is no testing, 70% of an applications, okay, 70% of an applications got, right, 70% of an application got failed at client end. Is it a good sign? Is it a good sign for everyone? No. 70% of an applications are getting failed means it's highly something, a miserable thing we have to think. 70% of an applications are, it's not a good sign. 70% of applications are getting failed. So everybody, all the company people are got worried. All the company CEOs and managers and CTOs, everybody's got worried. Why? What to do? Everything is getting failure. 70% of an applications are getting failure at the client end. What to do? What process we have to do? Then obviously what they have decided, all the CEO, PMs and CTOs, all the company, what they did, they have made SEI. Okay, SEI stands for what? Software. Okay, Software Engineering Institute. Okay, they have met what? They have met SEI and, right, they have met SEI and conducted one meeting together. So all the company CEOs, PMs, CTOs are got worried and they have met SEI and conducted one meeting. And in that meeting, they have decided that there should be a third-party team to test the applications. That means there should be a separate team. Okay, there should be a separate team to test the application. Right, before 2001 there is a word of testing, but there won't be a separate team called there is no test engineers, there is no testing people, there is no test lead, nothing is there. Only the developers use it to develop and they use it to test their own application, but their testing was not up to the mark. And now also I can give assurance, guys, all the time I can say the developers will not test the application as how the testers will do. See, as you're learning a course, the point of testing, the way of testing and the mindset of testing team will be different with the mindset of developers team. We always do testing in such a way that we have to find out the defects, right? So the mindset of a testers and the mindset of a developers while testing the application will be different. So that's what 70% of an application has been got failed. So because of that reason, what happened? So all the people has been got worried and met this SCI. What this SCI had done, they have conducted one meeting and they think what to do, how to rectify this problem. Then obviously everybody thought that there should be a separate team to test the application called what? Testing team. Okay, there should be a separate team to test the application called as what? testing team, and the persons are called as what? Test engineers. Okay, and the persons are called as what? Test engineers or quality analyst or quality assurance, like the different names is coming to picture later on. Right? So from 2001 onwards, after this meeting, testing team has been coming to picture, and after that, most of the application has been got accepted at the client end, and so that process goes on continued up to now. Okay, so once again, I repeat, what is the history here, guys? Before 2001, there is no word of testing team or test engineers are not there. Okay, for that, what happens? 70% of an application used to get failed at the client end, right? Used to get failed at the client end. So all the companies, managers and CEOs and directors and managers got worried. So they all got worried, and what they did, they went and met an institute called SCI. Okay, institute called SCI, and conducted one meeting. And that meeting, they decided that what, there should be a separate team to test the application. Okay, there should be a separate team to test the applications. So obviously, the testing team has come into picture here. Example, guys, if in your home, say your mother cooks food, right, and your mother cooks food and she serves you, she can't identify what are the defects, whether the salt is correctly added or not, whether the mirchi is correctly added or not, she can't identify. And the person you are eating, right, you're a third person and you are eating, you will identify and you'll say, oh mama, the salt is added more, mirchi is more, or salt is less. You will give some what defects in her cooking. Is that correct? You will give some defects in her cooking, in her preparation of cooking. The same way, the person who developed will not identify the defects that much. Okay, and the person who is trying to test that application, the third person who is trying to test the application, will obviously find out the defects more. That's what they have decided, that a separate team should be there to test the application, and that process is continuing till now. Is that clear, guys, with the, how testing is coming to picture up to now? Is that clear, guys? Everyone? Yes, everybody. I want answer from everyone. Yes, yes. Thank you all. Thank you, Jagdish, Reema, Lakshmi Murthy, Shivlela, Kishore Kumar, Purnam, everybody is answering. Gomati, thank you, thank you. Can't spell all most of the names, right? Madhu, yeah, good guys, good going. Thank you all. Now, see, so this is what about the history of software testing is. Now, so all the time I'm saying defect, 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 and finding all the defect and all. See, in our companies, defect can be used in three different terminologies, guys. Okay. Now let me go with the other point here. This is the fifth history I tell. Let me add the sixth point over here. Sixth point here it is. Sixth point here. Defect can be, okay. Defect can be used in three different terminologies, guys. Okay. Defect. Okay. Defect can be used in three different terminologies, guys. Three different terminologies. So what are they? What are these three different terminologies? So first one I'll say is that first one is error. Okay, first one is error, guys. So first, in three different terminologies, we can spell or we can use the defect in three different ways or three different words, guys. Right? What is the first one here? First one is an error. So while writing a code, if the developers finds any defects, okay, well, guys, well, writing the code, right, we're writing the code, if developers finds any defects, consider here, guys, if developers finds any defect, right, while writing the code, if the developers finds any defect, the terminology used is called as what? The terminology is used called as what? It is called as what? It is nothing but it is called as error. Okay, it is called as what? Generally you might have heard from the developers, oh, there is an error in my code, right? If you show any defect to the developers, the word or the developers, or sometimes even if you are programming something, then obviously what you'll do, oh, there is an error in my code, we'll say that word, right? That means what? The defect can be used in three different terminology, and the first way is called error. Okay, in that first is called as what? In that first is error, guys. Who will use this word error? Obviously the developers. So while writing the code, if the developers find any error, any defect, then the terminology used is what they will say that error. We'll use this one, guys. The developers will use this code, saying that I got some errors in my code. I have got some errors in my coding, like that. Who will use this word, guys? This word can be used as a can be used by the developers. What is the terminology used? It is nothing but the error, right? So while writing the code, if developers finds any mistakes, okay, if the developers finds any mistakes or defect, the terminology used is what? The terminology used is what? Is nothing but error. Okay, error. And second way, three different ways, right? That is the first way. If I go to the second way, bug or defect. Okay, bug or defect, anything we can say. So that is while writing the code. After writing the code or after development, okay, after coding, right? After coding, if the testers finds any defects, okay, if the testers finds any mistakes or any defects, then the terminology used is what? Then the terminology used is what? It is used by bug or defect. Who will use this one? Testers use this word called bug or defect. Yes, I find a bug in your application. I found a defect in your application. Who will use this one? Testers will use this one. After coding, if the testers finds any mistakes, okay, if the tester finds any mistakes in the application, then the terminology is what? It is used as bug or a defect, guys. Okay, see the defect. Defect can be used in three different terminologies, guys. The first terminology is error. When it is called as an error, when writing the code, if the developers finds any mistakes, then the developers use the word, which word they will use? That is error in my coding. And second terminology is used is what? Bug or defect. Who will use this one? Obviously the testers. After coding, if the testers finds any mistakes, then they will say that, yes, I found some bugs or else I found some defects in the application. And the third, the last but not least is nothing but failure. Okay, and the last one is nothing but here it is failure, guys. When we can use it as failure here? After delivering it to the client. Okay, after delivering it to the client, if the customer or client, guys, if the customer or client faces any problem, okay, faces any problem during utilization, okay, during utilization, what happened? You have given sign off, right? See the diagram here, you have given sign off and send it to the client, and this person started using our application. Whatever the application we developed, this person started using our application, guys. Okay, and during using or during his utilization, if he finds any defect, okay, if he finds any defect, what he will do? Immediately he will revert back to the company saying that there is a failure in your application. Your application got failed, right? Your application got failed. When we use the word failure here, if the customer or client faces any problem during the utilization, then the customer will say that your application got failed, I am reverting it back to you, saying to the company. What they will say? Your application has been failed, I am reverting it back to you. So defect can be used in three different terminologies. What are they, guys? Very important, guys, interview point of view. Please concentrate here. One is error, and other one is bug or defect, another one is failure. When we say the word it as an error, while writing the code, if the developers finds any mistakes in their coding, the terminology is used is what? It is used as an error. We will use this one, developers. And after writing the coding, if the testers finds any mistakes, okay, if the testers finds any mistakes and the terminology used is what? It is nothing but bug or defect. Right. What is the third one here? Failure. If the customer or the client faces any problem during utilization of an application, then he will say that your application got failed and I'm reverting it back to the company. He will revert the application back to the company saying that there is a failure in your application. Okay. There is a failure in your application. This is what that defect can be used in three different terminologies, guys. Is it? This is very important, guys. These are very basics of manual testing, I'm saying, guys. Very important as a part of interview also. Each and every part, each and every line what I'm saying today, very important, very important in the basics of interviews, guys. Right? Is that clear? Is it clear with the three different terminologies, guys? Just hold on for a second, guys. Just hold on for 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, I'm back. Now see. So this is the way we use the three different technologies, guys. Don't think that as is a basic, these are not that much important, but I'm sure if you go for an interview for a manual testing tries, I'm for sure you can expect at least 3 to 4 questions from these points. Okay, so be concentrate here, guys. This is how what the defect can be defined in 3 different ways. Okay, so I got a good response from you all, guys, that it is very clear for you all. Thank you so much. And now, yes, Balu, yes, when testers find any mistakes in an application, that is called as what? That is nothing but we call it as a bug, or else we say it as a defect also. Any word we can use, right? So let me say one more important concept here, that is the difference between the project and product. So this is very important, guys. In an interview, see the difference between, okay, difference between the project, right, project and product, guys. So now I just want to say why I'm saying the difference between the project and product. See, when you're going to, whenever you go to a company for an interview, the first question you may expect from a technical people is your project is a product based or project based, right? If you add experience to your resume, guys, for example, if you added at least one plus, at least six plus months of experience, even if you add also, the first question from a technical interview is your application, whatever you're working, is a project based or a product based, right? The first question here. Then for that, you have to understand what is project based application and what is product based application. First thing, that is an important question here. 100% assurance question this is. Whenever, even if you had a 6 plus years of experience also, the technical people will definitely ask, is your application is project or product? Then you have to give an answer. For that, I'm explaining it clearly, guys. Listen. First one is project based, right? So application which is developed only for a specific customer. Okay, consider it here. Application, okay, which is developed. Consider it here, guys, very important. Okay, which is developed only for a specific customer, guys. Okay, application which is developed only for a specific customer is called as what? Project based applications. Okay, is called as what, guys? Is called as, okay, is called as what, guys? Is called as project based applications. Okay, project based application, guys. And product, okay, application, I'll give you example, don't confuse now, right? Application which is developed for entire market, okay, which is developed for entire market, guys. Okay, which is developed for entire market is called as what? Product based application. Example, guys. Simple thing. See, example, I'll give you a simple thing. See, if you go to a tailor shop, guys, right? Go to a tailor shop, and if you give, you got one material and go to a tailor shop and he'll give you a measurement and ask him or her to stitch the dress. That means that is only for you, right? You bought a material, you have gone to a tailor shop, you have given him to stitch the dress. Okay, that means what? That is only for you, right? But if you go to showroom, how many dresses you will find? Showroom is for the entire market, guys. Correct? Sure, you can pick any one of the dress, whatever you want, right? You can, of your size, of your suitable color, of your suitable quality, whatever it is, right? That means if you go to a tailor shop, you bought a material and go to a tailor shop and ask him to stitch the dresses, right? That is what? That is project here, right? That is a project here. Or else if I want, if you go to a showroom to get your product, right, that is nothing but it is called the product based application. Simple thing is, I'll add one more point also. Amazon, Flipkart, WhatsApp, Facebook, everybody in the market can use. Call health, coming to health, call health, Practo, Apollo, those all applications, is that only for specific customer, or everybody can use? Yes, everybody can use Amazon, Flipkart, FB, WhatsApp. Those are all what? Product-based application, guys. Those applications are for the entire market. There is no limitation. Everybody can use. Correct? Those are called, those type of applications are called as what? Product-based application. That is the application which is for the entire market. Go for Amazon, Ola, Uber, right? Flipkart, FB, WhatsApp, Twitter, whatever it is, whatever the applications we are using nowadays more. Those are all what? Product-based applications, guys. Project-based means For example, if you go to a BSNL office, the BSNL office will have their employees' data in one application, right? BSNL office people will have their employees' data in one application. That is only for their internal purpose. Only BSNL people can use that one because that consisting of only the employees' details of BSNL. That type of applications are called as what? Project-based applications, guys. Okay, project-based application. If you understand clearly, I'll tell one more example. See, your mother cooks food, right? That is only for your family or for the entire market? Only for your family, correct? Your mother's food is only for your family. She will cook only for your food, for your family, correct? Only for your family. Go to Tirupati Laddu, guys. Is that only for your family? No, everybody can have that one. Tirupati Laddu is for the entire market. Everybody can have, everybody can buy, everybody can eat that one, right? But coming to your mother's food, only for your only for your family, only you can eat that one, right? So that is the difference between the project based and product based. The application which are for the entire market, guys, right? Everybody can use, everybody can have. Those are called as for product based application, and the application only for the specific customer. If you go to the BSNL application, that means application which is holding only the employees of BSNL. Who will handle that one? HRs, right? HR of BSNL people will handle that one. That is project based, right? If you want one more example also, I will give you guys. One more example also I will give you. See, you are having, I'm not sure who is that. Can you please mute at your end? Somebody has been unmuted. Yeah, no, fine, it's okay. It's clear. It's clear now. Now see, you join in a company. Let me say that you join in Tech Mahindra. So you will give one mail. They will give you one mail, right, with your name at techmahindra.com or with some ID, AM something and all that techmahindra.com they will give. That means that is only for you. Am I correct? That mail ID is only for you. Right? Tech Mahindra only for the Tech Mahindra employees only and only for you only. That is project. And if you go to Gmail, Yahoo Mail, right, and Reddit Mail, everybody can create their own mail IDs and check their inboxes. Those are all what? Product based. This is very important, guys. That's what I'm explaining with so many examples. Okay, those are all what? Product based. Simple thing I told you, right? What we do with Amazon, Flipkart, those are all what? Product based, and some BSNL internal application will be there. And if you join any company, that company will also have internal application which stores what? Which stores the employees' data, right? So such type of applications are called as what? Project based, and the applications which is for the entire market are called as what? Product based application, guys. Is that clear with the difference between these two, product and project, guys? Very important point, guys. Okay, this is what about project and product. So now let me say you guys. So uh, types of testing. So how many types of testing we have, guys? How many types of testing we have? Two types of testings we have. One is what? One is manual testing, okay, and other one is automation testing. Okay, we have two types of testing. Yes, what are they? One is manual testing, another one is automation testing. What is manual testing here? Okay, what is the manual testing here, guys? Testing done only with the human efforts, right? Testing done, okay, testing done only by human efforts, means no tool is used here, completely human efforts, is called as what? Manual testing. Okay, or else we can say what is automation testing, guys? Testing done with the help of any tool. Testing done with the help of, or testing with the help of any tool is called as what? Is called as automation, guys, right? Example, simple thing, guys, I'll give you. See, if you're going to temple, right, you're going to temple. If you go to temple by walk, okay, if you go to temple by walk, what does it means? That means you're doing your manual efforts, you're going to temple by walk, only human efforts you're doing, right? Or else if you want to go a little faster, and if you use any bike, or if you use any car, or if you use any automobile, something like that, that means what? You are using some tool to go to temple. That means what? You're automating that one. To go a little faster, you will go what? You will go through by a bicycle, or else by a car, or a motorbike, or you'll use some automobiles, some any automobiles. If you use anything, that means what? You're automating something. You're using some tool to go to temple. That is called what? Automation, guys. And if you don't use anything and if you go to temple by walk, that means what? You are putting your human efforts. Okay, that means you are putting your human efforts. Testing done only with the help of human efforts is called as what? Manual testing, guys. And testing done with the help of automation is called as what? Automation testing. So let me give an example, you understand clearly here. So assume that here we go, here we are the testers, guys. Okay, and this is an application developed, right? This is an application developed, and if you want to test this application, guys, sorry, what is this? This is an application developed, okay? And if you want to test this application, guys, what you do, right? Two ways we have. How many ways we have? We have two ways. One is manual, okay, and one is automation, guys. Two ways we have. One is manual and other one is automation, guys, right? So if you are putting your manual efforts, right, if you are putting in your manual efforts, this is called what? Manual testing. And if you use any tools, you use some tool here, right? If you use any tool like selenium, qtp, you use some tools, okay, you use some tools here. This is called, by using tool, if you do automation, by using do testing, that is called as what? That is nothing but automation here, guys. Okay, that is nothing but automation here, right? That means you're automating by using some tool. Who is this person here? Tester. Okay, what is this one here? This is nothing but the application. Okay, this is nothing but the application. Concentrate here. If the tester doing the testing by using only with the manual efforts, means not using any tool here, that is called as what? That is called as what? Manual testing, guys. If the tester testing an application by using some tool, it is called as what? Automation testing. Okay, it is called as what? Automation testing. Once again I repeat, see, listen here, guys. What is software, guys? A set of executable programs in an application is called as what? Software, right? And what is testing, guys? An activity of comparing expected value to the actual value is called as what? Testing here. Then question comes, what is expected and what is actual? Client requirement is called as expected and application developed is called as what? Actual one. And what is software testing, guys? A process of executing an application to find out the defects is called as what? Software testing, right? So what is this defect here? When expected value is not equal to the actual value is called as what? Defect here, right? Defect. And when a software testing has come into picture? After 2001. Before 2001, there is no testing team, there is no testing word also. Means there is no separate testing team is there. Because of that, 70% of an application used to get failed at client end. So to overcome this one, it seems to be so miserable and not that much easy to handle, and it doesn't make sense also if 70% of an application get failed. Then all the people has got and met a company called SCI, and they have conducted one meeting. Right, in that meeting they decided that there should be a separate third party team to test an application, that is called as what? Testing. Okay, then testing team has come into picture. Test engineers, test leads, quality managers, quality assurance, quality analyst, everybody has come into picture then, right? Now third point here, defect can be used in three different terminologies, guys. What are they? One is error, one is bug or defect or failure. Error is a word which is used by the developers if they find any errors, if you find any mistakes while writing the code. Okay, bug or defect is a word, is a terminology used by whom? By the testers if they find any defects while testing an application. Okay, if you find any mistakes or defects while testing an application here. Now coming to the third point here, last but not least, it is the failure one. What is failure here? If the customer or client faces any problem during utilization, okay, then he will say that your application got failed and he will revert that application to the company. Okay, he will revert back that application to the company, guys. Right? Issue is nothing but issue is also the same. We call it as we found some issue. That means what? The word bug or defect here. Okay, somebody asked me the question, so that is the answer. Is that clear? So difference between the project or product, guys. Project is nothing but which is only for a specific customer, guys. And product is nothing but for the entire market so that everybody can be used. That is nothing but the product based applications. Okay. Now coming to types of testing, guys. This is manual and this is automation testing. Okay. So testing done only by human efforts is called as what? Manual testing. And testing done with the help of any tool is called as what? Automation testing, guys. So these are what completely the basics of testing. Okay. So now listen here, guys. Completely the basic of testing. See, this is of manual testing you are learning it. Okay, and completely free of cost, guys. We are not at all taking any money for it, completely free of cost. And don't think that as it is a free of cost, we are going to skip some topics and will speed up the topics. No, completely everything will be noted clearly, and I'll explain you 100% complete testing, guys. Okay, don't assume that as it is a free of cost, we are going to skip something and we're going to do something. Not like that, guys. I'll explain you completely along with a live project, guys. Okay, guys, concentrate here. I'll explain you completely along with the live project. Okay, along with the live project I'll explain you, and that will be completely the advanced with agile process. I'll explain you. Okay, agile process I'll explain you. I'll give you some grooming sessions also, how grooming sessions will be conducted. Okay, along with agile process, and I'll give some grooming sessions also, how grooming sessions will be conducted. Right, we're going to take completely live project also, guys. Right, completely along with the live project we are going to start. Right, and duration is of about, right, about I can say 4 to 5 weeks. Okay, duration is about 4 to 5 weeks, guys, I can say. Right, and even we will start automation also for this, guys. Right, and after completion of this course, I can sure that I can give 100% assurance, guys. You can easily add 3+ years of experience, 3+ years of experience to your resume, guys. Even if you want, if you are very much thorough with both manual and automation, even you can add 5+years or 5+to 8+ also, guys. Depends on you how much you practice. Okay, and for me, I can challenge that easily. You can add 3+ years of experience of your in your resume after completion of this course, guys. I can challenge you for that at any cost. I can challenge you. Right, you can add around 3+ years of experience also. Right, now listen here. I'm going to teach you tools also. Right, we're going to teach you tools like test management tool like TestLink. Right, and bug or defect tracking tools like, we'll say it as Redmine or Backlog. Right, we'll use this, we'll say these tools, Redmine, Backlog, right, or maybe Jira, any tools. We'll cover these tools also. We'll cover one test management tool, that is TestLink, and cover one or two defect tracking tools like Redmine or Backlog. Okay, and not only that, I'm going to give you resume guidance, guys. If you want to add experience, right, if you want to add experience, I'll give you resume guidance also, guys. Right, we are here to come one day completely will spend on resume guidance also, how to write a resume, what and all. Right, and along with that, I'm going to conduct interviews also. Okay, in middle of the batches, I'm going to conduct interviews, and I'm going to make you prepare for the interviews also. Preparation guidance also I'll give you. Okay, I'll conduct interview, as well as I'll guide you how to make prepare for your interview. Okay, I'll guide you completely how you can attend the interview thoroughly, and some certification guidance also I'll give you. If you want to do any certification, guys, I can give you a guidance on certification also. Right, and completely our live project with the agile scrum process. Okay, and I'll provide you documents for all those. For manual, how many documents we have? Documents of complete live project. Right, and documents of test cases. Right, test cases documents, scenarios documents, RTM documents, requirement basis documents. We have so many BRS and SRS documents. Every document I will send you. Okay, every document I'll send you. And not only that, along with that, whatever I've written, everything I have notes. Right, this complete notes we are going to send you, guys. Right, complete notes we are going to send you. Right, complete notes will be sent to you, guys. Okay, so complete notes, no need to write even notes also, guys. Whatever I have written in the class, it is more than enough. Go through this one, you will be very much clear enough with all the doubts. Okay, whatever I have written here, guys, those all you can, right, those all, guys, you're going to get all the notes completely here, guys. Right, this every definition, not even single point will not be missed. Completely these notes will be transferred to you all. The daily notes also will be sent to you. Okay, see this complete. Don't think that as it is a free of cost, we are not going to skip anything. Please do inform to all of your friends, those who want to learn testing, as many people as can. Right, please do inform to all the people those who want to learn testing, guys. So completely, I'm going to explain testing with live project along with agile scrum process, guys. With grooming sessions also I'll conduct, and duration will be around 4 to 5 weeks. And I'm sure after completion of, and we start automation also, guys, along with manual. We start automation also later. Now even see, I can assure that after completion of this course you can easily add 3+ years of experience, surely I can say. And if you practice more, if you put more efforts, easily I can say you can add 5+ to 8+ years of experience also. Okay, that I can give an assurance, guys. And I'll explain you some tools like TestLink and Redmine backlog also for test management, and for you to add some extra points in your resume like defect tracking tools like Redmine and backlog. Okay, and we'll give you the resume guidance also, how to add the resume, how to prepare your resume and all, right? And even I'll conduct some interviews, and interview preparation will also be done. Certification guidance I'm going to provide you, and all the documents, whatever the documents are required, all the manual notes and complete class notes, manual notes, cases, scenarios, every document will be forwarded to you. Okay, this is what about the today's demo session, guys. And tomorrow I'm going to say about the very important topic called SDLC, software development lifecycle. Yes, very, very important topic. So is that clear, guys? Clear with the today's topic? Any queries for your end to ask? Yes, we will send you even interview